Okay, some other stuff. I don't normally get into like covering news and all this bullshit. I don't do too much of that, but at times I do. And I got to talk about this young lady, Priscilla Kelly, who a lot of you people, when you hear that name, like, oh, whoa, yeah. Well, she, she's an independent pro wrestler, and I'm saying she's probably a pro wrestler for maybe 3-4 years. She was in the Mae Young Classic, and I think she had about 3 years under her belt. So that's pretty quick to get an opportunity from WWE. But regardless, she's a good worker. She's got a lot to learn. She's going to get better, and she's still, I mean, me, I'm old school. You need to have many years under your belt before I consider you not really, I don't want to say green, but still honing your craft, because we're always still learning. It takes a long time to really get good at the business, like as far as the physical storytelling you're doing, But she's definitely got big upside as an athlete and as a pro wrestler for sure. So, and she got a great look, so a pretty girl and stuff like that, in good shape, trains, you can see she trains pretty good, but regardless, so she basically she did something really controversial in a match, like ultra controversial, that it for the past several days has gotten a ton of buzz on social media and the internet. And I don't want to get into like specifics what she did. I mean, she was working for a smaller promotion. I believe I don't have it. I think it was Suburban Pro Wrestling or Suburban Wrestling. And I think their gimmick is they don't use a ring. And a lot of times, well, this looked like this was in a bar. And I believe it was in a bar that was 21 years and older to enter the bar. So if you were a kid with 18, you were 18, you couldn't get in. I mean, so, there wasn't like little kids in the place and all that jazz. It's, it's more like an adult theme type wrestling show, I'm assuming. And she, with her opponent, she basically used a prop. Okay. And I'm going to use that word a lot when I talk about this, because that's what she did. She used a prop that irked, some people the wrong way, and a lot of people the wrong way, I should say, and created a lot of buzz here. And what she did, well, basically, without, again, I don't want to get the details, but like a female product, something that just females use at certain times of the month, so you could connect the dots. And she used it as a prop out of her trunks and basically put it in her opponent's face, while her opponent was sitting on a chair and stuff like that, like half knocked out because they were fighting all over the floor, because I don't think there's a ring. Now, this wasn't on TV. Someone shot this, it looked like on an iPhone or some kind of a cell phone or some kind of a cam. This was not a TV shoot. And I mean, I could be wrong on that, but I don't think this was. And like I said, it was in a bar that, a drinking establishment, 21 years plus. So, okay. Now I'm setting the table like that because those are the facts that as I know them in my research. So Priscilla Kelly got tons and tons of backlash from this. And I guess you could see why. Because it's it's in character, but it's also it's a crude thing, right? It's a disgusting thing that she did, right? So you can go just Google her name, and I promise you, go on YouTube, you'll find this in 2 seconds, so you guys can watch yourself and say whatever you need to say, and that's fine. Now, I took to Twitter and gave an opinion, in essence, about it late Saturday evening, and for me, first and foremost, I want to say, like, I don't agree with the spot. Like, I don't, I'm old school when it comes to that. Like, I don't believe in doing stuff like going that low. I don't. Okay. But I do understand wrestling is an art form. I understand that the key with art, no matter if you're a photographer or a graphic designer or a digital artist or a painter, or you draw with a pencil or Sharpie, whatever, you want to evoke emotion. You want to pull emotion out of someone. That's what wrestlers do, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's your job. And now, did Priscilla Kelly cross the line? Yeah, she crossed the line. I mean, it's a work. The business of work it is, but she went really deep here. She went really deep. I mean, so anyway, I went to Twitter and I said, and I tweeted off of what Priscilla Kelly tweeted. She said, "Hey guys, it's all fake. 21 plus show with a bar. Can't take life so serious all the time." So I tweeted the bit at her. I said, "The business is about drawing, getting buzz, along with strong, healthy / safe controversy. That equals getting over. You got over. Keep kicking ass." Now, I was going to make a mention to her about her comment about it's all fake. I didn't like that she said that. And I didn't want to get into that with her because that word that should not be used by a wrestler anytime, in my opinion, ever. It's a work, it's business. Fake is, I think, the longer she works in the industry, and goes through for a lot of years through some physical hardships and financial hardships, and then starts making some money. I think maybe some folks in her generation of wrestlers might lose the word fake. Just my opinion, but whatever. She's entitled to her opinion. That's her words, and that's fine. But I wasn't going to get stuck on that because I think this young lady is, she's not ducking from anyone. She's got guts. This girl, she's proud, and she's an artist, and she's proud of that, and she should be. And I tweeted her and I put her over, and I got a lot of positive backlash and I got a lot of negative backlash from a lot of you guys. And that's okay. That's fine. I understand that because you're expecting a guy from my generation that's more old school to rip this. A guy that was a wrestlers, suplexing everybody with the best technique you're going to find and training guys old school and paying dues. I believe in all those things. I still do. But I also believe in being original. I also believe in creating buzz. I also believe in safety in the ring. And I also believe in, getting over. And that's what she did. Because most people never even heard of her name. They didn't even know who she was until this moment. She got herself on the map. That's number one. Number two, okay, no one got hurt. Okay, it wasn't some crazy dangerous spot. Number three, she used a prop. Okay, number four, the business is a work. Number five, it's entertainment. Number six, it was in a bar, serving alcohol for 21-year-olds and older. Number seven, there was no TV. Okay, and if you're going to watch this, by the way, with a younger kid or someone under like 18 or 21 or whatever your beliefs and morals are, just be aware it's rated R plus. It's kind of graphic, what she did. I don't know what number I'm up to. Number 9, number 10, whatever the fuck it is. Listen, the hood ornament of the industry, the WWE. Come on, are we really gonna? Are we gonna forget? Are we going to forget like some of the things we've seen come out of the WWE? Some of the things that happened in WWE while I was there. Some of the things that happened in WWE that I called. I've had people come at me about like this young lady, about Priscilla Kelly, saying, "Oh, she just forget about it. WWE's never going to hire her. Oh, she's done." Like, I'm paraphrasing, she's going to be blacklisted, alluding to that, like other promotions won't use her and all that stuff. Guys, listen, I don't think that's true. One of the most, as far as in character, performing, entertaining, more disgusting things or crude things that you're going to see happened in WWE, okay, and happen on TV. With a corpse. I mean, with Triple H. I mean, and what he was doing with that corpse. And that was years ago. And that was in character. And that was something they wrote. And that was the Attitude Era. So, because it was the Attitude Era, that makes it all okay. I mean, I'm not going to like flip my shit over the fact that Triple H was doing that in 19, whatever the year it was, 98 or 99 or 2000, whatever. It's a work. It's entertainment. I think on TV it's a little rough because that's for public consumption. And even if they did it later at night, which I think they did when they did that, it's still, it's still a very, disgusting thing. I mean, the toilet humor to the level that we've seen in WWE. Mr. Socko, Mick pulling a sock out of his crotch and putting it in people's mouths. I mean, and I love Mick, and I love the Socko gimmick. I do. Rikishi, I love Rikishi. I mean, I worked with Kish. I love him. The stink face stuff we've seen. How about the Kiss My Ass Club? I mean, where Vince had people kissing his ass. I mean, literally, like on TV. Like, okay, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is a this is a bloody what, and this is it's a prop, and it wasn't on free TV, and it wasn't. I mean, as far as the live event itself, from what I'm understanding, there was no minors there, and then, and everybody involved was an adult. I mean, it sets back the women's revolution. No, it doesn't. Stop. It does not. I'm not. I know I'm not a woman, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I really don't. I'm serious. Now, look, if WWE was doing this with their platform, like on a regular basis, this type of a stunt or a gimmick or a spot, yeah, then I think that'd be a massive problem. I do. Now, that's not me saying it's a double standard. It's just because they're doing it on a massive, huge platform, and they're a publicly traded company, and it's just a really bad look. They would never do it. The shit they did years ago, they'd never do now, and they don't do now. Because it would cost them too much money, and it would kill them. They would destroy the company. And they get that. And they've changed a lot, WWE. They have. But let's not, crucify this young lady for being innovative, for being different, and her opponent being accepting to this. And let's not act like, everything else that's happened in the business is holier than thou. Geez, I worked for ECW. There was some bad shit that happened in ECW. When I say bad, I mean some crude stuff. Really.